We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go!
Rosen off the play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No, Monday. Let's bring it. Check it out.
Now a give to Collins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now it's Rosen. It's complete to Grant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We saw everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball's going to stick right between your numbers in your chest.
General West.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And it's complete. It's Alex Collins. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset.
And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Only Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Rosen from his end zone on 3rd and long. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Rosen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 3rd and long here for Rosen. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Rosen now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now pass complete there to Crabtree. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Alert, alert, alert.
Rosen to throw again. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development. Be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Kill. Hey, quarter. Big Ed. Hey, quarter.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go, 480. Let's go. Here we go, 46. Mark 52. Hey, watch.
Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
47. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop it.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 31, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Rosen off the play action. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now it's Rosen looking. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. He'll find Parker again, complete. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did, and one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach of Miami, wants around and in that locker room. They run with Collins. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
55, Mark, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Play action here with Rosen. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Back now in Arlington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Sponge, no. X3, 218, jump.
On play action, Rosen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 27, Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 10th carry now for Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Don't get nervous. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Again, it's Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check that. Check. 2 right here. Check. Back 2 is the mic. Back 2.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 480. They gonna need some therapy. Here we go. 47. 52. I'm coming. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost...
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
Safety's creeping. Check 9, check 9. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They go to Elliott again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught by Cobb. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line 8.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Kill. We got 26. 552.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heat.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Dallas, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis,